America. My name is Michelle Posey, and this is the Homefront. Today, I am joined by a bunch of wonderful women. We're going to have some honest conversation today on topics like security, education, and of course, our upcoming elections. Listen, if you're looking for a program that's going to allow discussion on topics unmuted, unapologetic, and unfiltered, then welcome home. This is the Homefront.
So it's like the same thing. So I travel a lot, and every time I go to the airport, I get so ticked off because I'm like, I have to take off my sweatshirt and go through X-ray because, you know, you can't X-ray through a sweatshirt, but you can X-ray through my suitcase because that doesn't make sense. And then afterwards, because I wear jewelry, it's like now I have to get a pat down, and like, but we have people that are able to just walk through here with no type of facial recognition, I have to give my ID, put it through a machine in order for them to figure out who I am. They know all the things about me, but we have people that are coming across our border, and that's not even an equivalent. Right. Why is what we have at TSA to travel from state to state, we don't have that at our border? It just doesn't make any sense at all. Not at all. So remember that the next time you have to travel in the airport, you will be really upset. And I actually put it on, I believe it was X, I made a video and I was like, guys, you need to tell your representatives to close the freaking border or shut the government down, because it makes no sense for citizens that are traveling state to state to be treated like criminals. And yet we don't have that kind of same security access at our border. Like, what is really going on here?
So Allie, what can we do? Because, you know, I think fear left unchecked can just grow, right?
Absolutely. Fear's a cancer.
And the only way to deal with fear is to do something.
Yes.
But then, so, I mean, like, you know, 5 children, 2 full-time jobs. Like, what can I do? I don't want to just sit here and do nothing, but then I don't want to allow this fear to, like, grow. So what can moms like us do about this?
There are a few suggestions. One, you have to arm yourself, protect yourself and your family, always. That's your first priority as a mom, as a wife, as a spouse, as an American citizen, is to make sure that you are protected against all things, right? And then second, know who your representatives are, locally and federally. Call them. It's 30 seconds. That's all it takes is 30 seconds. You dial the phone number, hey, I'm a constituent, I'm concerned about the border, I'm listening to the news, these are the reports that I'm hearing, I'm concerned as a mom of 5. I need you to close the border or shut the government down. Call them every day. Email them every day. Tell your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your sphere of influence. Get them involved, tell them what your concerns are. Have those conversations as a mom, as a sister, as a wife, as a friend. Listen, these are the things that we're facing. We have to do something about it. We can't just sit idly by. Because in 10, 15, 20 years from now, when your grandkids or your kids are coming up to you and they're saying, Mom, what did you do when our country was being invaded by the current regime that's in place? What did you do? Are you going to tell them that you stood idly by and bent the knee to tyranny? Or are you going to tell them that you fought to your last breath to preserve their liberty for their future? That's what we can do as moms. We can do everything from the kitchen table. Just make phone calls and email your representatives, and do it constantly on a consistent basis so that they know who you are and they are able to recognize your name, and bring people. They have offices in your local area. Go visit them, talk to them, be face to face with them, explain your fears, explain your concerns, make them listen. That's the only way.
I think the better question is, what can't you do?
Yeah. That's a good question. I mean, and states are sovereign. They are supposed to be sovereign. That's how our Constitution was written, as our states are sovereign. We are a country of little countries, all 50 of us. And so to make sure that you have a governor that is in place, that understands his proper role and responsibilities, and is a statesman and will not weaponize the government against its people, that's how we make sure that we stay safe as a state, as a whole. And so just making sure that you petition them the right way.
And I think, I love what you said, you know, it's like a call to action to get involved, because we just saw this, like 2 or 3 years ago, schools started shutting down and children were sent home to do distance learning. And mom and dad were eavesdropping on what the history lesson was, and they're going, wait a minute, what are you learning? That is not, first of all, that's not even a curriculum. I'm not sure who's teaching and what they're teaching. it led us kind of behind that educational curtain.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to get ready to talk about next is education, because I think we can fight as you know, as women and as moms and future moms, but weaponizing the education system against our next generation, they don't even realize what's happening. That's going to be a new battleground that we just can't back off from.